Welcome back from that short break, and we return with the rest of the results. Sunday afternoon saw a lot of the action from the big six sides. Liverpool kicking things off with Fulham. Another very, very comfortable win for Liverpool, getting those 2 goals through Salah and Xherdan Shaqiri. Of course, we know that Liverpool have been in good form. They haven't played spectacularly in the past couple of games, but they got that 2-0 win.
Yeah, Tony, they got the win. I thought Fulham had done a decent job before conceding, even getting a goal there which was ruled out correctly for an offside. I still don't think the Liverpool goal of Salah should have counted, because the keeper starts that ball and it's still rolling, and we all know a set piece should be taken when the ball is stationary. So, but the liner didn't see that, the referee didn't see that. They got the goal, so comfortable win for them.
That's why VAR though.
It doesn't require, no.
Liverpool beating Fulham 2-0 to keep strengthen their grip on second spot, of course on 30 points, just leapfrogging Chelsea, who had a stalemate against Everton at home. That game ending 0-0, Chelsea drawing with Everton in a game that we had thought that maybe Chelsea would have more to offer. There we had seen them coming back in midweek, getting that 1-0 win, goal through Giroud. Very, very interesting. They are in third on 28 points. Everton on ninth place to 19 points, just 1 point behind Manchester United. What did they do right in this game to stave off Chelsea?
I think the first thing, Tony, was to bring in Yerry Mina. We all know him to be
where has he been?
Yeah, to be this towering guy. But I thought Tony controlled the game well. He got an early yellow card after fouling Hazard, but he still stayed in the game. And every time Everton had a set piece, there was this pressure. I think everyone was remembering him from the World Cup scenes where he scored good goals there. So Everton has become a team that is able to give something to the opponent, and I thought they went at par with Chelsea. Though you start looking at Chelsea and you're like, maybe these outings of the Europa League are starting to come into the players. You can't be playing on Thursday night and then Sunday, it becomes a bit tiring for them.
And of course, even Hazard has come back and said he still feels a bit of fatigue from the World Cup, so it will be very, very interesting. Chelsea though, we know that they have a number 9 problem. Historically, we've talked about it on the show. They had started picking up some goals. Do you think the number 9 problem has gone away?
That number 9 problem, Tony, is still going to be there. Whether you bring in Giroud, if Hazard does not perform in this team, then you look at
you ask yourself
there are no goals, because Willian and Pedro will try pushing in, but there's nothing they can do until Hazard, Tony, is the man to come out.
Very interesting, of course, Chelsea drawing that game 0-0 there at the Stamford Bridge to keep them now in third place on 28 points with the chasing pack there behind. Arsenal played at the same time as the Manchester Derby, drawing that game at the Emirates to Wolves 1-1.
Yeah, Tony, it explains to you what Wolves can bring into these games. We all thought they had dropped, but having watched Wolves Arsenal, I thought Wolves again played a better game. Maybe they prepared themselves for the big occasion, and getting that draw, I thought, well deserved for them.
Arsenal, of course, having to draw that game after a Caballero strike in the first half. Arsenal now equalizing through Mkhitaryan. Arsenal did play well.
No.
Like you said about Chelsea, maybe it's the Europa League. The people get tired, but Arsenal played at home in midweek. They played,
and their team wasn't the first 11 team.
They didn't play the first 11. They played at home. They didn't have to travel. So I think there's a problem happening at Arsenal. Or was it the big Wolves performance?
I thought the Wolves performance, Tony, played a part. But again, it gives us questions on Emery. How is he assembling his team? And we're back again the drawing board asking questions about Arsenal. And we're going to be critical in the next coming weeks. How has
we talked about last November for Arsenal. Is this happening?
Maybe it's happening again.
4 games without a win.
4 games without a win. They go away to Bournemouth. It will be tricky, that one. And then I think away in the Europa League, we shall keep watching on this.
Arsenal haven't got a win yet in the last 4 games, so it will be very, very interesting there to see how they keep their match towards the top 4. They are now in 5th place on 24 points, just behind Tottenham, who played on Saturday evening against Crystal Palace away from home, but in the London Derby, very, very scintillating game, getting the 1-0 win through a goal by their youngster Juan Foyth, who had given away 2 penalties. What a comeback. What
a comeback for him. And if you look at the Crystal Palace game, he had made a bit, I think 1-2 mistakes just when the game had started, before the goal, but coming with the goal, and I thought it solidified a bit. Problem, Tony, is Crystal Palace without Zaha. They are totally a team that is out of sorts, and I was wondering if no Zaha for a month, are they going to to go down.
It's very interesting there. Of course, Spurs also, we talked about how they've struggled up front a little bit. They are low scoring. In the top 4, I think they are the lowest scoring team. Very, very interesting there, but they still managed to get that goal. Crystal Palace need to start thinking about a number 9 in January for sure.
There was a huge chance for Soloth there, Tony.
I saw Soloth getting a very brilliant chance that he couldn't bury in it. I don't know what this guys do in training. Very, very interesting. Spurs now on 4th on 27 points. We gave you all the rest of the results there in the Premier League. Big matches there. Cardiff beat Brighton 2-1. Huddersfield drew at home to West Ham 1-1. They are very, very interesting games. Leicester City, after mourning there, of course, we saw the scenes at the King Power Stadium mourning there, lost chairman, drew 0-0 with Burnley, Newcastle winning 2-1 against Bournemouth, and finally Southampton drawing with Watford 1-1 in another game that was very, very interesting to watch there. And around the European leagues, of course, we saw very, very interesting results. King Henry.
Yeah, King Henry, Tony, it's trouble. I don't know whether he's still a king in the Monaco area, Tony. I am afraid losing 4-0 to PSG. Of course, PSG is
4-0 losses in a row now.
Yeah, 2 in a row, Tony, and at home. That's dangerous. I don't know what the hierarchy is thinking about. He's just a new coach, brought him recently. They don't have to press the panic button yet, but they have to tell Henry to start picking results there. I thought for me, Tony, the game in Germany was the one interesting.
The pick of the weekend.
The pick of the weekend, Tony. We all thought Dortmund would win this game over Bayern, and yes, they did it.
Very, very interesting. Of course, they did it the hard way with Bayern going twice up front before Paco Alcacer getting that win. We know that they must keep winning. They must continue stretching away from Bayern if they're to get any chances. Bayern has the biggest chances of coming back there. And of course, we had big games as well in Italy. Juventus beat Milan 2-0 away from home in a game where we saw Higuain picking up a red card.
Yeah, picking that red card. I thought emotions ran over him, but also Ronaldo scoring the second goal there. So I thought it was a good game, but we all suspected on that Juventus was always the dominant and bigger side.
And of course, in Spain, we had the shocker of the weekend. Barcelona 4-3.
That was the shocker, Tony, because every time Barcelona closed the gap, Betis just could get another goal. So I thought it was an amazing game too.
Big game. Barcelona losing 4-3 at the Camp Nou. So that was a very, very massive game. Of course, we hope you enjoyed all of that action. We'll be heading into the international break. We'll be bringing you some of the biggest of those picks in that coming days. For now, stay tuned. Don't forget to like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.